What's goody, everybody? It's your boy, Wilder42K. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we are back this week for our docuseries video. We are doing something a little bit different and special for the holiday, and that's going to be telling you all the story of Thanksgiving and football, a relationship unlike any other. Now, it may not seem like a big deal to some, but to others, including myself, it means family time. Gathering around before, while, and after you eat and sit down and eat a meal with your family, to sit around the TV and watch your favorite teams, or maybe not your favorite teams, looking at you, Dallas Cowboys, and bond over a sport that you all love during a time where family is most important to be thankful for. That being said, let's get right into it. To tell the story, we need to go all the way back to 1876. The first documented football game on Thanksgiving was held when the Intercollegiate Football Association started hosting their championship game on Thanksgiving. However, it wasn't considered a tradition until they moved the game to New York in 1880, and what is now considered to be what brought football from a sport to a social event. So initially, it wasn't the NFL that set this tradition, they just adapted to it. It was a college football tradition. By the mid-1890s, there were whole weekends dedicated to the sport and Thanksgiving, Wednesday pregame dinners, Thanksgiving Day football for the championship game, and then balls and theater and dances Friday and Saturday to honor the end of the season and to honor the holiday. The craziest thing to me for everyone to consider is that Thanksgiving wasn't an annually celebrated holiday until 1863, and it took only 13 years for there to be football on the holiday. Granted, this didn't come without any disputes from local news stations or just supporters in general. By 1893, the New York Herald had made several publications condemning the holiday tradition, stating, and I quote, "It is a holiday granted to the state and to the nation simply to see a football game." Now you may be wondering, how did we go from one national championship college game to 3 regular season NFL games? Well, for that, we have to go to 1920, the founding of the NFL. Up to this point, in 1920, football was Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving meant there was a football game. The NFL simply knew if it wanted to grow a large fan base for a sport that didn't have anything but an amateur showing, it would have to play on Thanksgiving. And playing on Thanksgiving is what really gave the NFL its track to be what it is today. Now, that doesn't necessarily means it became an annual tradition. In fact, in the 1920s, the NFL only played 6 games on this special Thursday in November. In fact, some would even say that it didn't become annual until 1934, when a man by the name of George A. Richard purchased the Portsmouth Spartans and moved them to Detroit. Mr. Richards moved the Spartans to Detroit and named them the Lions. He decided to take on the risk of scheduling a Thanksgiving Day contest against then world champions, the Chicago Bears, to try and draw attraction to the new Motor City franchise and get a little attention off the MLB team, the Detroit Tigers. This game proved to be an all-time classic. The Lions entered the game 10-1, and the Bears were 11-0. With a stellar defense and only allowing 1 touchdown through their first 8 games, they ended up playing the Bears at the University of Detroit Stadium. The University of Detroit Stadium sold out 26,000 tickets 2 weeks prior to the event, and it's stated that they could have sold 25,000 more if there were more available seats. The Bears ended up edging out the Lions 19-16 to win the Thanksgiving Day clash, but the Lions would prevail against the Bears just 3 days later, winning 10-7 to win their division. This became a tradition for the Lions. Playing on Thanksgiving, playing well the following year, the Lions went on to win the clash against the Bears again 14-2 to clinch their division on their way to their first chip in 1935. The Lions have played on nearly every Thanksgiving, except for a 6-year game span from 1939 to 1944. The Lions helped garner national attention with this game, as well as a 94-station network of radio to broadcast this game nationwide in 1934. Another franchise that helps keep the tradition alive is the Dallas Cowboys. They've played on almost every Thanksgiving Day as well. Since 1966, they've only missed the 1975 and 1977 season to play on this special Thursday. Following today's 3-game slate, there will be a total of 247 total Thanksgiving NFL games ever played. And of those 247, the Lions have played in 83 of those matchups, and the Cowboys have played in 54. The next closest team to those two is the Bears and the Packers at 37 and 36, respectively. An AFC opponent doesn't appear on the list until the Broncos at 11 total Thanksgiving Day games. Obviously, time and playing factors come into effect when choosing who's going to play in the Thanksgiving Day games. And there's actually several teams that either haven't played a game or have only played one. The only team to never play in a single Thanksgiving Day game is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And 3 cities playing in just one game: the Bengals, Bucks, and Panthers. And that, my friends, is the story behind the relationship of Thanksgiving and football. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to share this video with your family while you're sitting around at the dinner table, or even share some facts that you heard in this video today. And also, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Much love, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving to you, from my family to yours. I will see y'all in the next one.